All right, man. This is Spaceman Jones with a smoke break, and this week we have one of my a good dear friend of mine. This is a recurring theme on these smoke breaks is that I come on with the cool people that I done met throughout my life, and this guy right here is definitely we've shared some pretty impressive spaces, and now we sharing some free spaces with some challenges of their own. And without further ado, this is my very good friend, man. This is the Blackalachian. This is Dan White. This is Logo STG, whatever you know. It's a lot of names, but it's all the same. How you doing, pimping?
Thanks, man. Appreciate you having me on for sure.
Yeah,
Smoke
man,
break.
for
Yeah.
sure, man. And I keep coming back to this strain. Give a shout out to my sponsors, Earthy Now at earthynow.com. They are a hemp CBD company in Asheville, and they provide us with really great medicine. And today I am on their cherry pie strain. I think this is maybe my second week on this strain, and it's done wonders. You know what I'm saying for this medicine, and it's 14.4% CBD. So make sure if you're looking for any hemp or CBD products, you hit up Earthy Now at their website, earthynow.com. I also got to give a shout out to our other sponsor. It is urbancombatwrestling.com, and y'all make sure y'all tap in. I know that they're doing an initiative trying to get people to tap into their YouTube, subscribe, get some more subscribers over there. So head over to Urban Combat Wrestling or head over to Urban Combat Wrestling on YouTube and click that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And man, here with Logo, as I prefer to call them, because you know we went back and forth like over this rap thing for a long time about what was good music and what was bad music. But right now, man, we talking about being in spaces that are not used to having African Americans in them or black folks in them, especially black people who have kind of defied the odds and changed their own narrative. You know what I'm saying? As my brother Logo has done, as I have done, as so many other brothers that we know have done in the past few years of changing things around. So man, if you want to speak to that and give the people who don't know you a kind of introduction.
Oh man. Where do we start, man? Like straight Asheville native, for sure. Um, man, rapper. I guess, man, I done changed the game up now. I'm a hiker, outdoors, man. I guess you call it adventurer, whatever. But yeah, man, a lot of phases. You know, uh,
Yeah,
former felon. Well, I guess I always be one, but what you call a reformed felon. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So, yeah, man, just I exist in a lot of different areas, as does my brother Spaceman Jones for sure. So,
Yeah, man, and being that we exist in a lot of different areas, there are certain challenges that go hand in hand with somebody kind of crossing these cultural lines, kind of being a cultural interloper, or maybe a culture, like you said, a cultural an adventurer. You know, we both operate mainly in some pretty heavily white dominated spaces. You in the
facts.
outdoors hiking world, me in the professional wrestling world. Both of these spaces are like super white. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And we were talking a little bit before we came on about the challenges of being in those spaces, man.
Mhm. Man, it's a few. Man, like you speaking on, like you're gonna get from your people, you a sellout once you start moving in those spaces. Uncle Tom,
Yeah.
Coon, all that white boy,
Why you tap
all that kind of
dance,
stuff. Yeah,
Bojangles?
yeah, and you know what I'm saying, like from the white standpoint, you know what I'm saying, it's cool sometimes, but then sometimes you get into them, oh, I want to touch your hair situations, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and you feel like the zoo animal now almost in a point because you just the only one there. So now they coming to you for every black perspective, and you got to speak. You got to be
The
the
spokesman for
black,
all black people.
yeah, all black people.
Yeah.
You got to know about the hood ratchet stuff. You got to know about some, you know, the history. You got to know, like, you just got to exist in too many. You got to be everything in certain spots. And it's like, that get tiring because you just trying to chill. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to exist. Like, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, like, just, you know, just be out here just like everybody else. But yeah, it's definitely that thing right there. Man, and then like being like in the hiking outdoor world, you got to worry about like going up into Madison County where them pretty hiking places are. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you've been told all your life growing up in a place like Asheville, man, you don't want to get caught up in Madison County, Burnsville with them boys and them on them back roads, and not even just some racists. Hell, the police too. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
So,
no.
You know, it's different, man. You know, it's a whole different experience just to be in that space. It's tough. And then, like, a lot of time, black folk got to understand we moving for y'all. We moving in these spaces trying to get information at certain times in different spaces in different realms, like as far as urban combat wrestling. Like, that's a whole different realm that black folks ain't used to, but folks been making a living off of it, getting money off of it, just enjoying the sport of it, and enriching their life.
Well, I know
we do that.
Well, I know that to speak to what you were saying earlier, man, I know that in the wrestling business, man, we, me and my partner Mook, and we have had to go to a lot of different like small towns way back in the country. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, the people who we are dealing with are not. They have zero cultural education.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, and to like it's definitely a challenge to continue to it's a challenge to kind of navigate without feeling some type of way all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I try to continue to something I try to do is to kind of focus in on the positive and looking at the negative as just, you know, it's part of the game, you know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? But I can focus in on the positive parts is that I'm actually in action doing something.
Yeah.
Like actually creating a wave, I'm creating a lane, and the danger that I'm going through because ain't nobody gonna, you know, it could be physically dangerous.
Yeah, maybe
per se, but it's no more than like I feel like the normal like average black guy's life is fraught and filled with danger. You know, especially when I've been to prison for any bit of time. We both spent time in the joint, so it's like okay, I kept doing crimes and was doing the most in the streets in very dangerous situations. Could have died every single day that I was out there. You know what I'm saying? I did that to get thrown into an even more dangerous situation where it most definitely death was around the corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we talk about like, oh well, it ain't. No, prison is serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's serious. You know what I'm saying? And then to be able to come out here with a different mindset, wanting to do something different, and not willing to take the risks.
Yeah.
You know, I found that to be something that was like illogical in my mind. Like, okay, I could stand on the corner, man. I could, you know, I can be in prison in a gang, active in a gang. Like, why wouldn't I go to Chuckey, Tennessee, or why wouldn't I walk the Appalachian Trail if it's something that was like for me the game was buried down into my belly.
Yeah.
Formed every decision that I made, every feeling that I made. You see what I'm saying? Like it was something that bugged and stayed on my mind every day. I wanted to be innovative in it. It excited me. So now I'm finding these other things that are exciting me and make me feel the same way. Why not take the same risk? Why not go? See what I'm saying?
I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, cause like you say, we done been through the worst. So like this right here, this is nothing. This is light work. Like, so people when they ask me like about hiking the trail, oh man, how could you do this? Or how could you sleep outside when you know it's bears and stuff out there? I'm like, because I've been to prison, sleeping with murderers and killers. Like, like that's really this nothing after that. Like, man, you just about that. You can go take a walk and you know, you just it's just a day by day thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. And man, you definitely are an inspiration to me, man. When I'm seeing a guy who just like me popping up in Scotland, popping up in Spain, you know, popping up all over in all of these places, like uh and supported just because you really being yourself and you stepping out, man, on the faith of, well, man, this was an idea that I had. It seemed like a great idea. I felt very inspired by it. Going with it. A lot of folks don't understand the power of going with your inspirations full fledged because we are like packed down in a society that
yeah. We starting to see now. I think
yeah,
everybody's starting to see what's really more important with this virus going on. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no choice but to slow down and just take an actual look. Like now they understand and they're getting it. Like that, and that's how easy it is to move. Like when you moving just on some love and light, like you got to, like you said, you just got to focus on the positive. Once you
yes,
can focus in and lock in on that and move in that, man, everything gonna fall right into place. Like it's easy light work. Like life is really kind of simple, but we just and a trip like that, walking some fucking way in the middle of the woods and make you realize that shit. Like or better than being in the hole. Like hell, I done spent 30 days in the hole. That ain't no good feeling. You know what I'm
man.
saying? So being able to maneuver just a little bit is life.
Yeah, man. Okay, so now you have spent time abroad. You have spent time overseas. What are your take? What was your takeaway? Now you just a guy. Part my friends. You a nigga from Shallow.
Yeah.
You went overseas. You've been dealing with all of these folks all over the world. Could you give? I haven't been, so let me know what's the difference in the feeling and the vibe of Europe when
Yeah.
dealing with a black man. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like we like the Freddy Kruegers of society. If you see a black man by himself doing something,
Yeah.
then you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. You still everywhere you go, you always gonna be a nigga. I mean, that's what the Americans and motherfuckers don't understand. Like the whole world racist as hell towards
Okay.
black men. I
Okay.
mean, black people. Period. It's just dark skin. There's something about it. But Scotland was no racism. I ain't see no racism in Scotland. That shit was cool as hell. That was the first time I ever felt like that. I was like, damn, this shit weird. You know what I'm saying? But I was the only black person. But it
Yeah.
was all genuine love, like some shit like that. But like Spain, Spain don't really rock with niggas. But it's a different thing. Like people attracted to the fact what once they see me and they understand that I'm hiking or something, now they got 1,000 questions for me. Cause they
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. And
how
you.
this black man travel?
Yeah.
You know, they can't figure that shit out. Like, even like the black folks that I was meeting, they was working. Like, I'm fucking trying to find some weed for some Africans in fucking Madrid and shit. You know what I'm saying? They like, you doing what? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing, I'm hiking. Da, da, da. They can't fathom that shit either. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody understand it. So it's that I always got a kick out of that shit, being able to be like, I'm out here just with this fucking backpack on, just walking and shit. And I got the smoke everywhere I go. I'm gonna find me some good ass smoke somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then like it's just a hell of a trip every time. Cause I am so odd. I'm tall. I got these dreads and shit. They see the gold teeth. They think I'm fucking Jamaican and shit. Then they find out, oh, you American? Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Then
It's another vibe. Yeah.
yeah, So yeah, it's some different shit. Like to be able to go and walk across that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I continue to do this shit forever.
so you just mentioned the hood, man, going to the hood in Spain, going to the hood. Now you went to the hood everywhere you went. Now, what's the feeling? What's the difference in the language barrier? Or was it the same vibe? Like if they smelt you, they smelt you.
Oh yeah, it's always all love. Cause that's what the niggas be. It's always niggas in every country I go to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you find the hood, they hiding black people there. There's some black folks there. They be hiding the hell out their ass. You know what I'm saying? But you bust a couple more corners, and
Yeah.
you see, okay, they go all the niggas over here.
Yeah.
Like then it's all love. They like, oh, you from America? Oh, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I met like Moroccans and shit in Spain. Like, oh yeah, my brother. Oh, I'm glad to meet you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling my folks about you, all this kind of shit. I met a black ass dude from the Congo. He telling me like he got a couple pounds of gold bars and shit and all this. Oh yeah, I'm like, yo, the price of gold is this over here in America. Oh, take my info. So you know that type of shit like that make the world smaller for you, because then now I can reach out to this nigga over here or here or here. You know, that's love. You know.
And there's gonna be a lot of, man, you know, I get a lot of white folks watching my stuff, you know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be some people who are gonna be absolutely appalled that we are using the word nigga. I wanna say something about this word, this magical, terrible, wonderful word nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is like joy and pain all wrapped up and mixed together. Because walking into strange places and you see another black dude and you can say this, my nigga. And it's an immediate connection. It's an immediate like family atmosphere, especially if y'all in like adverse situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of folks don't understand that. And no, white people, you can't use it. You can't use it. I don't give a damn how many black people you know, you can't use it. You know what I'm saying? All of the white folks that's been my lifelong friend, they never wanted to say nigga. Now this is that I you know, it's kind of a little segue, but this is something that I want to kind of talk about. All the white folks that I know that I grew up with in West Ashland, there's a whole lot of white boys who grew up their whole life listening to rap music. And guess what? The good ones who ain't racist, they never say nigga. They don't even want to.
They don't even want to. For you to want to is something odd about that to me.
It's something odd about that. And guess what? All the ones that listen to rap music, but they rednecks underneath, soon as they get mad. Yeah, all the ones who wanted to say it, I'll try to say it slick, but soon as y'all fall out, it's coming out with the hard R and my granddaddy this, your granddaddy, it go deep. You know, that's a sign for me, somebody who want to say it.
That's an eyebrow raiser. That's where I came up with the Blackalachian, because it was perfect. Because now when I say this in front of you on trail, depending on how your face contort and how your face do, I know if you rock with me or not.
Exactly.
You know, because some of them I've seen the comments on some videos or like articles I had, and they be like, "Why can't I be the white Alachian?" Well, you could be, but it ain't got no ring to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sounds stupid.
Yeah. You doing it out of straight hate and spite, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all the white folks who watch my videos, don't stop watching them just because I'm talking to my nigga about nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the niggas that's watching this need to know, because we need to travel and we need to go around the world. And this is a representative, and he's letting us know whenever you go to another country, they there, we there, and it's love. Like, you know, because they tell a lot of shit like, well, these cats in the other countries, the other African people don't mess with Americans, and that ain't, you know, and then they try to split you up like with the, like you an Indian, you ain't really from, like all of this. I went and got my DNA done. I had 0 Native American DNA.
Yeah, me too. My mama got her shit done. She had 0. Shit, it was more Scottish and shit.
Yeah, I had 13% Scottish and British, but the rest of it was Nigeria, Congo, Mali. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So, and I've been, you know, and so we here, you know, I want to go around the world like my man, the Blackalachian, and we gonna go, you know, but it's love all over the world. I knew that in my heart though. You kind of letting us know like the real of
it. Yeah. Puerto Rico, shit. I mean, my brother just came back from Puerto Rico in February. Shit, you know, it's like shit. They just don't never show you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the lighter side of traveling, which is cool. But I want to go see some people that look like me, and I know they there. They hiding there. I know it. You know what I'm saying? And it always be love, because they be trying to get over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody trying to get to America. You know, like, well, except for Europe, they don't give a shit. They're good over there. You know what I'm saying? They moving a lot better than us. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know.
Yeah. All right. So man, what are some of the, you know, on this podcast, man, we like to talk about solutions to problems. You know what I'm saying? So what are some of the tactics that you have been using to kind of combat this You been watching Black as Fuck on
Yeah,
Netflix.
I
The,
binged it one day. Yeah,
yeah. Now I think that that's a very, very smart show. I don't think that it's supposed to be taken literally. I think that it's
mm-hmm.
kind of satire and it's like a real strong commentary on like black people and celebrity worship. Like most
Yeah,
of the people that you worshiping are bags of shit, basically. You know,
that's a fact.
I noticed that's been a trend like for me with TV shows. I'm watching them. I'm like, damn, they putting the worst characters. I think a lot of these directors and writers are kind of turning the lens around and kind of like, but anyway, there was a phrase that he said, white gaze. You see what I'm saying? Not like
Okay. Yeah,
gay.
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And how that changes, how that makes us feel uncomfortable. What are some of the ways that you have been able to use, like while you out there on the trail, to combat white gaze?
Man, like luckily I've been able to get these miles and stuff under my belt. Like before I felt kind of a certain type of way. But hell now I got more miles up under my belt than most of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what time is it? You know what I'm saying? Like so now I feel not even validated or anything like that. I just feel accomplished enough to be like, oh, I can stand with y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Like I done put these miles on, you know what I mean? And there ain't no novelty. You know what I'm saying? Because at first on the Appalachian Trail, they probably thought, oh, I was gonna be one and done. I may not even do it, and they rooted for me. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of support. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the people thought I was just gonna be in and out. But I've been able to have some type of staying power in the outdoor community just from moving the correct way. You know what I'm saying? And advocating for the right things, like speaking up about these outdoor situations and stuff like that, how different it is for us out there in the outdoor, and like bringing awareness to this and that and trying to get these kids out, or you know what I'm saying, like it just, so yeah, I mean, I ain't even tripping on it at this point. Like you gonna always get them little microaggressions out
Oh
there,
yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying, but it just depends on whether you gonna check it right then, or you know what I'm saying, or whether it's even worth checking. Like if I know I ain't gonna be around you too long, like it ain't even no point in
yeah.
me
I'm
even
just
wasting all that energy,
let
you
it
know?
go. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
a lot of times, man, for me, when I'm dealing with when I'm dealing with those situations, man, I kind of uh, I see a lot of teachable moments. You
Mm-hmm.
and well, you know, like if you try to talk to somebody in front of their peers or in front of the crowd, you know, I like to use this tactic. Somebody will say something crazy, and if I don't want them to blow up, or if I know that they kind of got a fragile kind of mindset, and if you check them in front of their boys, it's gonna turn into an ugly situation. I just wait
Yeah.
for that opportunity to catch them by themselves, and
Yeah.
then kind of calmly explain to them how I feel about the situation and how seriously I took it. And 9 times out of 10, man, it's an apology coming, and like you can
Yeah.
change people's lives in those moments. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Out of 10, they think that you're gonna sock them, and they be so
Yeah.
glad that you don't, that they listen, and they sink in,
Yeah.
soak in a little bit.
Yeah. That's true though. But see, you know, I don't even be around enough people to even let them in my space. Like, man, if I ain't on trail, I'm at the house. Just because
Yeah.
I already know how the energy exchange is, man. And I at this point, nah. I rather I put my whole life and existence on YouTube and Instagram and everything else, and be out here hiking and keeping it pushing before I let you be like actually close to me and around me. Unless I got love for you and I trust you.
Yeah,
It's
man.
hard meeting new people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know you. I ain't got nothing against you. I got love for you, but I can have love from you for a distance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
man. I think that that's being kind of. I think you're speaking of kind of being selective about who you
yeah,
allow your energy to interact with, man. And I think that a lot of times, if you wise, you can cut down on a lot of bullshit, man. If you use that faculty to like, I, I s- I use this term a lot, man. Sometimes you have to think for the other guy.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can't allow, like if you got things going, you can't allow this guy to make a decision that's gonna mess you up or that's gonna put you in a situation where you're not like, man, I need to be around. I need to be like insulated by people who fuck with me. You
Yeah,
know, and
yeah,
I don't need that adverse energy. That I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how I wanna. That's not how I wanna move. You know what I'm saying? I
at
don't want
all.
struggle. It's already a struggle enough against my own shit, man. I'm not about to bring somebody who purposely or be around them type of folks. So so in this being able to move around the world, man, pretty much at will, man. You know, hike all over the world. I can remember one time we was sitting on a bench at Whiteville Correction. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
And 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 from way back then to now, I can see a certain quality, a certain desire, a certain fire. You know what I'm saying in you that you done been able to maintain. A lot of people give up, bro. A lot of people go through hardships and give up. Or a lot of people gain a little bit of success and they slow down, kind of give up. What have you been able to do to kind of keep your fires burning?
Shit, man. I had just damn. I knew from them little 6 to 8 months, them little 8 months I did. I said, man, I'll never be back here. I knew it because all creativity kind of died in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't the place to be. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I ain't never come back here. So I had to figure that shit out. Looked up, stayed next to my Mexican homie Alberto, started doing electrical work. So that kept me just head above water, doing that for years and years. Then shit about it. By the time Trump came in there, seeing all that shit, seeing all that racism start to stir back up, get nasty again. I said, oh shit. Man, I was losing my damn mind. Shit,
Yeah.
I said, I gotta find something. Then fuck around and found that damn Appalachian Trail. So that ever since then, just that thirst for like, nah, I got to get out and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just that freedom I feel out there, and then being able to really interact with the people on a certain type of level, like that's been a hell of a push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like what I want to do, like now I got okay that I done found this outdoor shit, and I'm like, oh okay, it's avenues over here to do this. It's avenues over here to do this. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I never thought about really buying no property and doing no homestead type shit, but now I am. You know what I'm saying? So like, just that right there, just this whole different world that I ain't know that the hell was going on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like, it's a wide open space. You know.
And we're not informed in that when we are stuck in that. There's a certain like I think that black culture in America uh sometimes can be a devastatingly destructive and small place to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that that realizing that it's something outside of it is a real powerful awakening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I figured out that even something as small as this, when I figured out I could go downtown and talk to one of these managers during the daytime and get him to put me in one of their buildings. When I figured that could actually happen, it was like, oh, I don't have to wait on nobody to do shit. No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I
got to know
actually,
somebody. And, yeah.
because it was for years, it was like, dang, man, who do I know that can put me up with, put me on with, you see what I'm saying? And then it was like, just go have a conversation, take a chance, take a risk, do something that you normally wouldn't do. You know, and the idea, everybody has these ideas that come to them and they bug you. And sometimes we go after them and sometimes we leave them alone. We're too scared to jump off. You know what I'm saying? And I think that going after taking that risk, I think a lot of the success that we have had in our lives, even though it's just now beginning, now we ain't done. It's a lot more to come. But the success that we have had has been because we were able to have enough passion about something to take a risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I would have never decided that I was gonna go with Mook down to this wrestling thing that we was let like not this is some real shit that he gonna trip whenever he hear this. When I first found out he was a wrestler, it was kind of like it blew my mind. But I kind of giggled about it.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted to do it, but see, that's that dark shadow side of that nigga, cause nigga don't want to do nothing outside his damn parameters, and he gonna let if you go do it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to overcome that shit, and I'm so glad I got in that van and went down there and dealt with them people. You know what I'm saying? And even though I heard a dick joke about a black dick every time I went down there. Now,
Yeah.
some heinous shit that you got to go through, but it's like you take the good with the bad, and I think that that is being lost in a lot of society. Everybody want it all one way or all the
Yeah.
other. No, nobody want to take the good with the bad.
Nah, and that's why. But see, that's no risk, no reward type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
you gotta have the shit. It was so many days I got rained out on the fucking Appalachian Trail, damn muddy. Man, I broke half the way through that motherfucker trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like eating just ramen. You know what I'm saying? Like really trying to figure that shit out. How I'm gonna get through this whole trail. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's yeah. Like people want all the risk. I mean, all the reward, just no risk. That's not how life go though. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like that's not how this shit go. Like, but it's like a high to me. Like I use all that. I use all that negativity for fuel. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then keep it pushing. Like, man, there was so many people like laugh. Oh man, you gonna do what? You know what I'm saying? I was going to the studio before I went and hiked the Appalachian. I'm about to go do this, and you know, they looking at me like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, clowning. Nah, after I done got back, everybody like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know, I was thinking about taking a trip too, and you know, I'm like, man, it's a wild thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man.
I guess it come with it, like you say, shit, it come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's kind of like man, it's a lack of. I think a lot of times, man, people get into things they have a lack of foresight. Like what you didn't know that it was going to be adversity. You didn't really the thought process. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The whole thought process, and then bringing in that acceptance of okay, this is just what it is. You know, and even though prison was a horrible, horrible, horrible situation, that was the place where I learned how to deal with accepting what was right in front of me and my situation, and then making the absolute best out of it.
yeah.
You know, and I applaud you for having that same like foresight and force of will, man.
Salute, my brother, salute.
Yeah, man. Was there any like times of I know you were talking about the hard times, but what was some of the specific like coping mechanisms? Because there's people out here that's going through tough times, that's trying to reach goals, and that's feeling
Mm-hmm.
dry in them. And I know you had plenty of dry days on that trail. So what were some of the specific like tactics you would use to kind of get yourself out of that funk in your head and keep moving forward?
Man, like that. I mean, it's that's one of them things you gotta kind of get out your head, play some music. But like the trail in itself is therapeutic because you trying to you like might be climbing all fucking day and you just all in your damn thoughts. But then once you get to the top of one of the mountains or something, you see that view and you sit there and take a break. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a second. You know what I'm saying? So like the act in itself like will get you. But like some days like you ready to shit just quit and go home. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I had a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then like the community of the trail will help you through that. Like the Appalachian Trail, it'd be so many people hiking and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So by the time you done made some friends along the way, you know what I'm saying? They like, nah, bro, you know, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like we just gonna go into town today, kick it for the day, and we start back tomorrow. You know, so shit like that. Or you just gotta face whatever you going through. You know what I'm saying? Like being after having to be in your thoughts sometimes. I don't know. That ain't the best thing for everybody to do. You know what I mean? But hell, it ain't the best thing for me. But sometimes you have to just learn to accept shit for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just get, you know, like yeah, okay, I might have had a piece of shit parent or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can't change that shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
And definitely if it's in the past, man, because that's the main thing that's that hangs me up is dealing with regrets of the past. Damn, I wish this would happen, that wouldn't happen, or why this, why that. And I got to stop myself, like, man, it was then. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Look, and then I spend a few minutes in gratitude, and like, I'm able to, square my shoulders and brush myself off, and keep on moving. You
Yeah.
know, man, I sure enough appreciate you being here, especially man, getting the kids because I know that we was not like going to trails and stuff like that. We was little, wasn't it? We used to do it some, but it wasn't. once you get older, it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the Black community. So I salute you for trying to inspire some children. You know what I'm saying? To
Oh
do
yeah,
something
for sure.
different, take a different path. What are some of the most rewarding moments that you done had like doing that work?
Oh man, just like them hitting me like, man, I want to go hiking. My nephews and stuff like that, trying to go. Like I just set up my tent for my great nephew the other day. You know what I'm saying? He like 3 years old. Oh, he
Yeah,
couldn't wait to, you know what I'm saying, jump in it. You know what I'm saying? So just that type of stuff. Seeing the family want to get into it. Um, that people that never talked about it, seeing my homies talk about like going now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like people that never went, people that hit me up like just randomly off Instagram, YouTube. Like I got messages. It'd be hard to check all them shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get them every day. Hey man, I appreciate it. I'm trying this, or them just asking for advice. You know what I'm saying? Like asking for like expertise, and I'm like, damn, I'm realizing now I do know a little bit. I ain't no expert on no gear, or I don't know the grams and all that type shit, but I
hmm
can tell you what's the good to get, what to start out with. You know what I mean? And, just having the connection with a lot of these companies that see the vision. You know what I'm saying? That I can reach out to and you know what I'm saying, get this gift for these kids. Just like, you know what I'm saying, like everybody, it's like it seems like to me like, why ain't nobody been doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like it's trippy to me. Like ain't nobody been doing it because everybody is in place and everybody down and ready for it. Like I don't,
yeah, man.
but
Well, you definitely start. You're definitely starting a trend, man. And uh, want to ask you about like some of the opportunities that you done had as far as like Naked and Afraid. Would that ever see the light of day? You
nah, they
know,
got me on the commercial. Somebody just sent it to me the other day, like day before yesterday. Oh, I just saw you. But nah, I just turned it down because like I ain't feel like that was gonna be the best look for me, especially trying to go and work with kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it ain't nowhere outside of here to practice no bushcraft. You know what I'm saying? Building no shelters. If I do that in one of these little parks out here, they call the law on me. I done
yeah,
tried
yeah,
it. You
yeah.
know what I'm
You right
saying?
about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I wasn't gonna.
But
You know
they
what I'm
definitely
saying? Then I'm like, nah. But
recognize the brand. You know what I'm saying? To have you
yeah,
first, they definitely recognize the brand, and I'm fairly sure there'll be some more opportunities for you down that road. Like, have you been contacted by anybody who wants to like? Uh,
yeah. I had a few about some like film stuff. You know what I'm saying? The thing is making sure it's on the up and up because you know what I'm saying. A lot of these shows be wanting to sensationalize. They gonna want some entertainment out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Which I think just folks that ain't never really or just some new ideas of black folks in the outdoors on a travel show is already innovative enough if you ask me. But they
yeah,
gonna want you to bring your family out. Oh, you got some people that never camped before. They want me to bring them out. They probably want to stage some wild animal calls in the woods in the middle of the night.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta have it like that. Have my cousin out there that can't really talk well, just ebonic, just everything. They
They
want
want
him out there looking
it's,
crazy.
it's a whole. It ain't good. It ain't
Yeah.
good.
So I ain't with the black exploitation. So if we could figure out something that's on the up and up, I was trying to do like a travel show, but I figured with all these platforms they got now, man, it'd probably be better for me to just go ahead and put it together myself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And and
yeah.
and, and then, all right, now if y'all want to buy it, you know what I'm saying, then we can talk numbers. But I ain't, yeah,
That
because
was
I already know.
that was the main inspiration for Urban Combat Wrestling, man. Me and Mook was just like, well, we're gonna be able to see what we want to see. Like,
Yeah,
well, I mean, ain't nobody gonna do it for us. We got to do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And it was like there's really no uh, uh, black promotions. Like this is, they're few and far between. Maybe 5 or 6 in the whole country. You know what I'm saying? So we knew that we was taking a big risk. You know what I'm saying? And and then it'll work out for you too, man. You're gonna have to
yeah,
figure
yeah.
out what to say about everything else.
I'm like, I mean, I've been in man this year, man. If this virus wasn't to hit, boy, it was. How people say it's my year. I think this was about to be it right here. But shit, I think we still got
Yeah,
a chance to salvage it. Yeah.
yeah. That's definitely what I'm got my eyes on is the afterwards time with this virus. And man, this is about all the time that we got. But if you want to go ahead and shout out all your spots and shout out your folks, you know what I'm saying, and let folks know what's going on with you. You know where they can check you out at.
Everything, man. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, all that. The Blackalachian, man. Start working on some new videos. Get out the rest of these videos from the trips. I be traveling so much. I don't be putting out the videos at all, consistently as I should. But yeah, everything is on there, man. You can go check out, all my past trips and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, man, and we just gonna continue to push. Hopefully, we can get on this Pacific Crest Trail in August 1st from the Canadian border down to Mexico, 2,600 miles. So,
Man,
fingers,
you go real good on that trip.
yeah. So hopefully, man. Yeah, we're gonna try to pull that one off because that's a legal state. I'll be legal all the way through.
All the way down the coast.
Be
You
good
know
to go.
the coast.
So yeah. But yeah, Blackalachian and everything, man.
Yeah, man. Man, it's been a pleasure having you on, man. This done been a Smoke Bird Spaceman Jones with the Blackalachian. Y'all can check us out next week, man. Shout out to our sponsors, Earthy Now at earthynow.com and Urban Combat Wrestling, man. We definitely for the culture, hard hits, and hard hits. We'll check y'all out next week with another smoke break, man. Y'all stay wavy.
Peace.